So I was just at the beach and I was going through my phone and I got a message shared privately through YouTube. And the message brought up so many different issues on dealing with your narcissist, the golden child, the enabler, that 2 days before Christmas, where a lot of you are going to be dealing with these people, I had to come in and make a video about it. We're going to come in and eat lunch anyway, and then we'll go back out. But I had to make a video on this, and I'm not going to use the person's name because they shared this privately. Hi, Ollie. I've been watching your videos, and they ring close to home for me. I do have no contact with my mother and stepfather because of narcissistic issues. I have a dilemma that bothers me a bit and very aware of it. There was a blowout where they verbally abused my sister and my stepfather. Went as Where they verbally abused my sister and my stepfather went as far as calling her a bad mother. Then for some time she stopped talking to them. You have to understand, during our upbringing they abused me and treated my younger sister better or spoiled her marabout. In reality, they exploited her as bait to get me, or as a plot to make me jealous of her. I have great examples of this. Well, during that time, my sister was not speaking to them. I wrote my mother a letter about how I felt. Then shortly after, I get a verbally abusive email from my stepfather. That is when contact was cut off for good. Then shortly after that happened, my mother calls my sister, and my sister talked to her, and then I know because my sister told me she called her. Then eventually she visits them with my nephew. I confront her about this, and she says it's because she wants my nephew to have a relationship with their grandma and not deprive them. So she has a relationship patched up with my mother and stepfather again all of a sudden. Now, I still have contact with my sister, but I am very wary and even told my dad and made him aware. We are full siblings. But mainly, I am close to my nephew and take care of him at times. I cannot just cut contact with my sister, but I am wary of her, as I cannot help knowing the agendas. My sister is quite narcissistic too, and I understand the relationship my mother, and stepfather is nothing more than an ego fest, not one of unconditional love. Very fake. And this sparked up again when I just learned my sister befriended my stepdad on Facebook. Anyway, I would love to see what you have to say and think, because at times I do not know what I should do. I am very close to my father and many other family members. I do have a big family. Happy holidays, and take care and continue a good journey. Okay. Now this is a topic I spoke about many times. After no contact from the narcissist, Precious the golden child, or the narcissist, are the two main ones. And this is a perfect example of when you dissect what happens. These narcissists and enablers and golden children all do and say the same thing. Their behaviors are the same, the tactics are the same, and the goals are the same: to destroy you and to make you into the bad guy. And what you've written here, and what she's written here, is identical to what happened with me and my brother, the golden child, Precious. And I'm going to show you the parallels. And I'm sure when you dissect the relationship with your abusers, their enablers, and the golden children, you're going to see the exact same pattern. And the end result is, I'm going to give you the answer right now, and I'm going to circle back to it. The answer is you got to cut them all out, your sister included. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to show you why. Now, she's already established that she was the black sheep and the sister's the golden child. Now, we already know in adulthood, the golden children usually always have issues of their own because they're screwed up in a different way. So what this person was already pretty much no contact, but very, very, very low contact. And when that happens, when you're no contact, low contact, and not giving your abuser their supply, they have to get it from somewhere else. So they're going to turn to the former golden child and start using tactics they used to use on you on them. And the golden children always have their own set of issues anyway. And then the same thing usually happens. The golden child snaps back. There's a fight. The golden child's not going to take it, which is what happened in this young woman's case. And it's what happened in my case, where my brother would snap back and moved away and not dealt with it. But then she goes on to say, and here's where this girl made the mistake. And here's the overall theme of this video and the title of the video. The enabler / golden child has no spine. They have no backbone. They have no real balls. Their whole existence is behind the illusion that you're fucked up. And then they kind of dance behind it. So when you get to a point where you're cutting this out and the abusers don't have that anymore to use against you, and they start using it on them, the golden child will snap back. And who's the first person the golden child will always come to? You. You. Because the golden child has grown up in the same circle of narcissism that you did and they all did. They all understand the same thing when there's an issue. Start building an army. Who's on my side? Who's on their side? It is the same narcissistic pattern. You're going to accept it because you're just looking for anybody to acknowledge your feelings, and you're almost kind of relieved and happy. You know what? I'm glad it happened to them now. Now they see it's not only me. But your mistake was, and this person's mistake was, once that enabler golden child went no contact and had a fight, your mistake was getting involved, because now you're giving them the target they really want to shoot at. Do you understand? Because as soon as you sent your email and got your response from your stepfather, that's when the mother had her ammunition to go to your sister and say, oh, look, she's really the problem. And boom. And that's really, at that point, all your sister wanted. Because she doesn't have enough spine and balls to fight them on their own. So it's easier for her to hide behind you being fucked up and maintaining the relationship with them, even though she really don't want them around, because she's proven that by snapping back. But she doesn't want, but she don't have the balls to take it to where it needs to be done and cut them out completely. This is what my brother did. When my father, he was dumb enough, after I had told him when they were going to throw him an engagement party, don't do this because it's going to come. He's going to do it to you. And he swore up and down, I have a different relationship. Don't sit there and profess to tell me my relationship with daddy, it's different than yours. And then not a year later, that dude is standing in my brother's living room, telling him off, telling him to go fuck himself. And my brother took it. And he realized he needed to throw me back under the bus to put the shift back on me so he can go back hiding, because he don't have the backbone to fight them. He don't have the balls to stand there and go toe to toe and have the nerve and the courage to go no contact and to be cut off at the holidays and your birthday and every other friggin' thing in your life. They don't have that kind of balls. They're cowards. And when you bring up your nephew, I'm going to be very clear here. Your nephew's not your problem. It's hers. And she knows that. She's using your love for the nephew to screw you over because she's like, oh, she won't really leave because she knows he's got the. That's not your nephew's not your problem. All you can do for your nephew is to be there if he wants to come to you in the future and be that shining rock of support. You're not going to fix your sister. If you really wanted to help your sister, you shouldn't. And I'm not blaming you because you wanted to get off your chest what you wanted to get off your chest. But when these enablers and golden child children getting to these conflicts with your abusers and these narcissists, don't get involved. Stay far out of it. Because they're waiting for you. The abuser's waiting for you to get involved. And the golden child a lot of times waiting for you to get involved. Because once you're involved, then you're a target again. And it's going to be all guns on you. All guns on you. You're upset. She's upset that they befriended him on Facebook. And that's what they do now. It's social media. It's look who I have. Ha ha ha. Look who I have. That's the name of the game. Don't look at it. That's stereotypical narcissistic tactics. Stereotypical. My brother would sit there and go back to New Jersey and have Christmas dinner with my ex-wife and daughter, knowing that my ex-wife is keeping my child from talking to me, and they're all poisoning him, telling me how horrible it was, but he wouldn't lift a finger to help me, and he'd sit there and do it, and I'd put up with it. Your sister, you need to cut her out. And you need to cut out all your narcissist enablers and golden children. If you have a golden child, if there's a golden child that breaks contact, stay out of it. Stay out of it. Do not engage that abuser. Do not let that abuser know. Don't try to speak for the golden child to the abuser because they're going to turn it around on you. It's what they do. It's what they do. And then the final nail, the final knife in the back is when the golden child, who you were trying to defend, then goes right back to him. And then you're out like, I'm the asshole. No contact. It's simplistic. It's repetitive. People have told me you keep saying the same thing over and over in your videos. Thank you. I'm consistent. I've heard another YouTuber say that as well. He gets the same criticism. You say the same thing over and over in your video. Thank you. It means I'm consistent. It means I'm on point. You're not insulting me. That's a compliment. For all you going into the mouth of the beast again, because we're on top of another holiday, good luck. Keep your wits about you and have an escape plan. Say, if this is about to go bad, what do I do? What's my nuclear option? And your nuclear option should be just this. Get up and leave. You don't got to take it. You don't got to take it. I fully expect my channel to start getting slammed again on December the 26th. So I'll be prepared. Everybody, in the meantime, if you're no contact, you're not seeing anybody, you're not alone. I'll be online most of the day. For everybody else, good luck. And to all my other subscribers, have a happy holiday, whatever you celebrate. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever it is. And I'll see you all again real soon. And remember, the golden child and the enabler has no spine. They're just as toxic, sometimes more so than your abuser themselves. They all need to be kicked to the curb. No contact, everybody. All right, everyone. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you real soon.